Good afternoon. Lincoln Mitchell here. Disclaimer on the board: Lincoln Mitchell does not hold himself out as a commodity trader, advisor, CTA. Y'all can read the rest yourself. I'm saying I love having fun in life. Enjoy yourself. The disclaimers on the board. Pause the video. Let's get down to business. I don't train, but I'm gonna do this training thing one time. I did one with the candlesticks one time before and had a great amount of feedback. So I'm gonna see how many views I get off this one, and depending on how many views I get off the training videos, depends on how many I do. If I don't get a lot of views off of them, I'm just not gonna do them. I'd rather just do trading videos because those actually help me. But now I'm to another level in trading where a lot of the videos, believe it or not, is now they're really not really worth me doing them anymore because I don't. When I started this out, I actually started out with the intent to teach myself, which I have done. I think I done very, very well. And now I really just don't need to make them. I really truly don't. I just kind of, to talk to myself because I trade by myself. So let's get started on this one. Today's the ATR. This is a good one. Hold on, buckle your seatbelts. We're gonna get into this one. Every video I do, I ad lib. I don't have nothing really written down. I don't have a plan when I do my videos, and sometimes I do miss very valuable points by doing that. But at the same time, I like for it to be genuine. Let's get down to the ATR. A measure of stock volatility. The average true range is an exponential moving average 14 days. Okay, let's stop right there. Most of the time, it represents 14 candles. Many of it doesn't just go back 14 days. It goes back actually 14 days. You take an average of the 14-day candle. So, and the reason why I say that because a lot of these people, when they say that, what they're doing is they are insinuating most people are on the 20-day moving average, 30-day moving average. So a lot of them actually default to the days. But if you change the time frame, which we're going to go into in a minute, you're going to notice that it goes back 14. It goes back 14 candles. So keep that in mind. All right. Let's get down to, we already went through basically what it is. There's a lot of information on it that you can get and read, but I'm going to break down the most valuable points. I'm not going to read over all this stuff, but I love giving people credit, who created the ATR, which is J. Wells Wilder. This is also the same guy that actually created the RSI and the parabolic saw. So, definitely kudos to him. We love to, I just noticed that's pretty good. I like that. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Um, but I love giving people, their credit for what they have created in life, and that's just how things go. So let's get to this ATR. Quickest way to go to the ATR is find your studies, add your studies, go to ATR. Now we're going to stop right here. Bam. If you put 14 days, 14 is going to go back the period of 14 candles. So if you're going to change this and you go back 20, it's going to change to 20 candles. So you're going to start back from right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Am I right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's going to go back 20 candles. Y'all get it, right? If you do 2 candles, it's going to go back 2 candles. If you're going to do 30 candles, go back 30 candles. Y'all have that. Now, how does this impose on your trading? This is very, very important. We're going to add it. Bam. So we got this one. So right now we're on the Euro Yen. And basically it's telling us in the last 14 candles, your average true range is 5 pips. So how does that work? So let's say, for instance, you're trading. It's hard to see this coming, this big of a move on a 5-minute candle. But if you are on a higher time frame, you could see it because the average true range of that time frame. So we're gonna break this down. Let's get down. We got all these different time frames, and as you notice, I put 14-day ATR on every last one of them. Every last one of them has a 14-day ATR. For the 5 minutes, your 14-day average is 5 pips. 15 minutes, 10 pips. 30, 14 pips. Hour, 19 pips. 4 hour, 33 pips. And the day is 77. So now, depending on what time frame you are trading on, people, depending on what time frame you are trading on, that should give you what type of pips you should strive for. And the best method I tell myself is try to get 70% of this. So if I'm going to trade the 15, I'm only looking for a 7 pip move. The chance of you getting that whole 10 pips, I'm sorry to tell you, people, it's just not happening. It can be done. Don't get me wrong. It can be done. But what I'm saying is you're going into that presumption that if you're trading a 15, you only got a 10 pip ATR, which is good. And the reason why the ATR comes in very, very useful for me is when I'm in this, and this trade goes south on me, I know once it get over 10 pips, I'm in trouble. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, or if I'm going into a trade and I enter this trade, and let's say I enter this right here, perfect, bam. I know I maybe have a possibility of getting 6-7 pips easy. And I'm gonna show you something else. I mean, when I do it, like I said, depending on how these videos do, is going to represent whether I do them or not. So with the ATR, you're going into it. Now, if I'm trading on a 30-minute right here, I'm looking for at least what I said, about 70%. So you want to take about 70%. I'm looking for at least 10 pips out of that trade. That's why I'm kind of like, hey. Granted, everybody that follows me knows I'm a price action guy. But I'm glad I said that as well, is because if I'm here, I need to add a line. I need this to get up here. I'm looking at this line right here. Y'all see it right here, this big old line? We're going to make it thick. Uh-oh. Sorry about that. We're going to make this line thick right here. So I'm trying to get up to this line. Now, if I have this line right here on a 5-minute chart, and this line is how many pips away? This line is 36 pips away. 36 pips away. So this trading on this chart, I can get there. I can see a setup that can get me to this line. But now, what if I went to a 10-minute chart? There, it is so hard to see a setup to get you that the 10-minute chart is not going to show you the strength to get you that many pips, because the 10-minute chart is telling you we're running 8 pips. You're trying to get 40. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to get 4. You're trying to get 36 for you analytical people. You're trying to get 36 pips. We can only really show you how to get 8. So how do you do that? The funny thing with an ATR is, once you get to another level in trading, you will notice when you're doing a Heikin Nishi, you can almost double this, believe it or not. So in a Heikin Nishi, if I'm running on a 10-minute chart, I can actually almost get that whole 8 pips easy. And the reason being, the Heikin Nishi is going to go more momentum than just setups. Trust me, it does. But let's get back to the candlestick, because I don't want to get too deep on the Heikin Nishi. Like I said, depending on this video, whether I'm going to go and do something else. And I guess I shouldn't have said that, because now everybody's like, hey, how did you do that? Okay, let's get back to this one. So let's say, for instance, I'm a scalper. Everybody knows that. So I look for 5 or 6 pips a trade. That's why I'm here. I know if I can trade this 15-minute successfully, it's going to give me my 5 pips easy, because it's a 10 pip. It's a 10 pip ATR. Now, one thing y'all must realize now, the ATR includes everything. The high and the low. Remember that, people. It just don't stay here. It includes the high and the low. Then it kind of divided by this one, and it's an average. $10 plus $5 plus $7. What's your average? $7. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's exactly what it's doing. It's averaging out your last 14 pips. Now, Earlier I told y'all you can change these days. So we're gonna change the day on this. We're gonna modify it. So now we're gonna change. We're gonna say we want to go back 30 days. Now what? It's still at 10 pips. Okay. So now let's modify it. Let's go to 5. 5 candles. We're gonna. I mean 5. I'm sorry, not 30 days. Let's go to 5 candles. Now we're gonna do 5 candles. Ooh, 9 pips. So it dropped down. So in the last 5 pips, the ATR average actually declined. So these two right here, the last two right here. Let's just say 2. Let's just see what happened right there. 9 pips. So let's see. So you got a high. Oh, that's why right there. You got a high 47 and a low of 31. So that's what, 15 pips, right, people? Am I right? 16 pips. Then the next candle, which is here at 8 and 6. So 16, yeah, that's about right. That's about right. So that's your average. So now let's go way back. Let's go way back. Let's go. I want to do 45. So 10. So this is averaging out 10. And yes, the ATR does take this right here into consideration. It does. It takes that into consideration. But it also takes this little things and these little things in consideration as well. That's why a lot of people try to smooth it out. And they try to get enough charts, enough candles to give them a good average. You know, a good average. That's why a lot of people do that. That's why you don't see one person just do ATR by 1. They try to get an average of what they can do. And that's very important with your training, in that you're trading, because you want to know if the charts that you are trading on, if the chart that you are trading on has the power, has the setup to show you that. So now let's get back to this. I want to bring this back up one more time. Now, like we said, we're looking for 36 pip move. So now let's push it up hard. We're going to push it a little hardcore here. 8 hours. 8 hours is 41. So if you can see a setup on this, you know it's going to get there. You know it's going to get there. It has the power. This chart that you are actually reading has the power to get that. But now let's break it back down. Now remember, this chart right here doesn't. You can't see a setup. You cannot see a setup. So let's go back. We have 20 candle ATR, and we're about to wrap this up now. You see all of this. There's no way you can see this getting to that line. There's no way. Right here, you're like, oh, it's getting there. What happened? Turn back around. Oh. But now, watch this. Watch this, people. Now you can start to see a setup. You can say, okay, this got 52. If I can get this to recoil about right there on a Fibonacci, that should be able to swing and get me real close to that. Real close to that. Now let's go on. Let's even get bigger. Let's get on a day. And a day 77. Oh, now a day, it'll let you know, yeah, you can get there. If I can get here on the Fibonacci, enter it here, the day's telling me your next candle should be able to spring you. And this is a sandwich technique I'm using, y'all. I'm just using a 50% Fibonacci with a sandwich technique. Get here, it should be able to swing me and get to that line. Now let's get to the week. Now the week is letting you know, yeah, I get there. Now the week is running 173 pips. Wow, that's high. Now this week is telling you I can get there easy. I get there easy. So if you can see the proper setup on this week, it'll poof. Now the worst thing you ever want to do in a situation like this is try to get too small. Try to get too small on something like this. So let's say, for instance, you say, man, I need to get this thing right back down here. Well, you really don't want to do that because A, it already went down there. That's part 1. Part 2, when would it hit? You already know now this is 40 pips. So you want to adjust the ATR. Remember this. You want to adjust the ATR to whatever time frame, the type of pips you're trying to get. If you're trying to get 20 pips, I really don't think you should run a week chart. You know, I mean, that's my personal opinion. Somebody say, hell, nah, I like it better. Well, the reason why I'm saying that, because remember, you got 173 pips move. You're trying to get 20 pips. That means you can have a drawback of 150 pips, boss. That's huge. That's way too much risk. That's way too much risk. If you're gonna do that, you better off, like I said, make the ATR match what type of pips you're trying to get. If I'm trying to get 100 pips, this one will do it. The week will do it. The month will do it. And the day will do it. I mean, that was on the week anyway. But now, me, I'm a scalper. I'm only trying to get 10 pips. I'm trying to get 10 pips, run heavy. Then I'm here. There we go. Do y'all got that? Y'all have any questions, put a link below. Depending on how well we do with this video, I hope I kind of explained that to y'all real good, as much as I possibly can. I really do. And like I said, you can always modify. You can always change the colors. You can also change the style. You know, I mean, those parts just, I just really didn't go over that. But that's it for that one. See y'all. Lincoln Mitchell.